Abstract. This article explores the topic of workaholism and provides strategies for maintaining a productive and sustainable work drive. It begins by defining workaholism according to expert research as excessive work engagement driven by internal pressures rather than job demands, to the point of causing problems in other life domains. The costs of unmanaged workaholism are then reviewed, including negative impacts on psychological, physical, and relationship well-being as well as long-term career performance. To counter these harms, the article recommends specific strategies for individuals to achieve work-life balance, such as setting limits on work hours, scheduling breaks and vacations, developing non-work interests, and adopting stress-reducing practices. It also provides organizational strategies to cultivate a culture of sustainable passion through policies supporting flexibility, focus time, and disconnection from work during non-work hours. The goal is to help engaged professionals and consultants shift from compulsive workaholic patterns to a renewed model of balanced, productive passion characterized by engagement, renewal, and thriving in all areas of life. Many of us throw ourselves into our work with gusto, passionately striving for excellence and achievement. However, at what point does healthy hard work cross the line into an unbalanced, less productive workaholism? As organizational leaders, we're all too familiar with working long hours, but are we properly nourishing our well-being in the process? In this brief, we'll explore what defines workaholism and how to identify the costs and consequences of being a workaholic, strategies for managing an intense work drive in a healthy, sustainable way, examples of how organizations can cultivate productive passion without excess by understanding workaholism and intentionally cultivating balance. We can sustain our passion for years to come. Let's begin our exploration. Defining workaholism. When does passion become problematic? The term, workaholism, was first coined in 1971 by psychologist Wayne Oates, who compared it to alcoholism by describing an uncontrollable need to work incessantly. Scott, Moore, and Maselli, 1997. Much research has since refined our understanding of workaholism. According to expert definitions, workaholism involves working excessively and compulsively due to internal pressures, such as a strong need for control and perfectionism, rather than simply enjoying one's work or working long hours due to external job demands. Clark, Michel, Stanova, Pui, and Balters, 2016. Ng, Sorensen, and Feldman, 2007. Specifically, workaholism is characterized by working excessively long hours and being obsessed with work, even when it's not necessary. It may also involve working compulsively in a way that causes problems in other life areas, such as neglecting family, health, and leisure activities. Burke, 2000. Porter, 1996. Schofeli, Tharies, and Bakker, 2008. When left unmanaged, workaholism takes an unhealthy toll. Let's explore some of the costs and consequences it can inflict. Costs of workaholism. The negative consequences of unchecked workaholism have been well documented by researchers. Psychologically, workaholism is linked to higher stress, anxiety, depression, burnout, and even work-family conflict when personal lives are neglected due to overwork. Andreas Sen, Griffiths, Hetland, and Pallison, 2012. Burke, 2000. Ng, et al. 2007. Schofeli et al. 2008. Physically, workaholics report more health issues like fatigue, muscle pain, and even heart disease over time due to prolonged stress. Aziz and Zicker, 2006. Marital and family difficulties also arise when work takes priority, as workaholism is tied to lower relationship and life satisfaction. Aziz and Ahmed, 2011. In terms of career and life, workaholism has been found to hinder performance, learning, and creativity due to exhaustion. It can also sabotage one's ability to advance at work over the long run. Since overworking often doesn't translate to true performance and may damage relationships with colleagues and managers, Burke. 1999. Tariz et al. 2005. Clearly, workaholism comes at great cost if left unmanaged. But with awareness and moderation, one can maintain a strong work drive sustainably. Let's explore strategies for doing so. Sustaining your drive through balance, since obsessive overwork brings more harm than good. It's wise for workaholics and passionate workers alike to cultivate balance. Here are some tips research and experience suggest. Set limits on hours and adopt a sustainable pace. Stick to a maximum of 50 hours per week, leaving adequate time for rest and renewal each evening and weekend. Van Beek, Tariz, and Schoeffele, 2011. Have hard cut-off times for logging off and focus on being fully present with family and friends afterwards. Ng. Et al. 2007. Learn to say no to unnecessary tasks and commitments in order to avoid overload. Burke, 2000. Schedule breaks and vacations regularly to avoid burnout. Fritz and Sonnentag, 2005. Ritualize rest to maintain perspective. Find alternative passions outside work to remain engaged, but avoid an unhealthy work-centric identity. Schoeffele, Shimazu, and Tariz, 2009. Adopt mindfulness, exercise stress management tools like meditation and yoga to short-circuit obsessive thinking patterns. McCormick, et al. 2015. Use supportive tools like calendars and to-do lists to plan and prevent overload. Rather than working non-stop. Macon, 1994. The key is balance, balancing a strong drive with self-care. Quality time for relationships and activities beyond work. With practice, we can stay passionately engaged without compromising our well-being or performance long-term. Organizational strategies for productive passion, since workaholism arises from an interplay of individual and situational factors. Organizations also play a role and can help cultivate sustainable passion in practical ways. Communicate clearly about reasonable expectations for hours and availability. Discourage a FaceTime culture where presence equates to value. Ng et al. 2007. Role model and reward workers who maintain excellence without obsessive hours. Support periods of deep work focus as well as breaks. California Management Review, 2010. Offer flexible work policies that allow for focus time as well as family commitments without stigma. Golden, 2015. Provide training and resources on maintaining work-life balance. Stress management, developing new passions outside work. Van Weege et al. 2011. Encourage workers to fully disconnect during non-work hours by limiting after-hours contact as much as operations allow. When organizations make sustainable passion a priority through flexible, humane policies, it cultivates engaged, high-performing teams over the long haul. The costs of workaholism are too high to ignore individually and institutionally. Conclusion: shifting to productive passion, while a strong work drive can fuel success, workaholism takes its toll if left unmanaged. By understanding its costs and cultivating balance through moderation, breaks, and nurturing diverse interests, passionate workers can sustain peak energy and focus long-term. With self-awareness and organizational support, it's possible to shift away from compulsive, harmful workaholic tendencies towards a model of productive passion characterized by purposeful engagement, clear boundaries between work and rest, and nourishment in all life domains. Maintaining this sustainable approach to work is key to thriving, not just now, but for years to come.